What's going on, everybody? It is your host, Dr. Splash. And today, before my big Doomslayer video drops tonight, and then Thor vs. Wonder Woman tomorrow, um, I wanted to give you guys a guide to power scaling specifically for my channel. And what I mean by that is this is not me proclaiming I am the end all be all for power scaling. Rather, especially with newer subscribers, I get a ton of questions on terms I use and what I think terms mean when I'm saying them. So I'm going to provide my definitions and the terms I commonly use on this channel in hopes that everyone understands where I'm coming from in my videos. If you love content like this, if you support the channel, all that, smash the like button. 300 plus likes on something like this would be incredible. And if you're excited for that Doomslayer video, definitely smash the like button. Also, join my Discord. We hang out, talk comics, anime, games, all that. Back on topic. This won't be anything too complicated. I'll keep it real simple with the visuals. It's just me letting you guys know what certain terms mean, right? When I say street tier is kind of bullshit, right? Like, it just basically means anything we typically don't associate with cosmic bullshit or blowing a lot of stuff up, right? Street tiers would be everything from a Batman to a Punisher to Wolverine, stuff like that. However, actual term street, it's kind of bullshit. They're not like literally street level. These characters are quite capable and quite dangerous. So street tier are just commonly the ones we associate to the day-to-day lives in like comic book, anime situations that aren't overly powered, right? And then we have Universal, which is, in my opinion, something pretty obvious to you guys. I mean, universe is now granted in fiction. Different universes have different properties. Some are 3D, some are infinite 3D, some are 4D, infinite 4D. Really depends on the universe. The universe, typically, it's referring to a universe or universal size from 3D to 4D. Multiversal. This is like 100 plus universes, in my opinion. You can't, I mean, if it's more, to be honest, if you can't count it on both hands, if you said over 10, that's fine too. I have 50 to 100. Typically in fiction, you'll see hundreds when it comes to multiverses, hundreds to infinite universes. So multiverse would be encapsulating, multiple universes. And then we get beyond that, right? Because in dimensional scaling, this is where it comes into play. If 4D is where like multiversal gets and stuff, you can get a little higher than that. If time and space is 4D, then you get the dimension above that, right? You transcend that. That can still be like complex multiversal. It'd just be a bigger multiverse. And then everything, in my opinion, that gets higher dimensional after that, like 10D, 11D, 12D, and on, hyperversal. Now, the term for infinite dimensional that I'll sometimes use on my channel is high hyperversal, which is just the highest end of hyperversal. But typically I'll say infinite dimensional if the cosmology is indeed constructed of infinite dimensions that transcend each other, right? Now, how do we get to the big word on the channel? Outerversal. Well, to get there, you have to bypass the concepts of time, space, and dimensions themselves. Don't get that confused with transcending time and space, because if the universe is time and space, that's 4D. But if you're beyond the concepts of time and space and beyond the dimensions and the concept of dimensions themselves, you're not bound by that. You're not bound by numbers, all that. You're outerversal, right? This is a word a lot of people don't love, but it's a word we have to use, okay? If you can go beyond dimensions themselves, I think, in my opinion, that's the safest measurement. If it's beyond the concepts of dimensions, anything that can be numbered and defined, all that, yeah, that should be outerversal. So outerversal is beyond all concepts of time, space, and dimensions. Now, there are levels to outerversal. I get a lot of questions about in scaling. If you have two characters at outerversal, how do you determine who wins? The best way I can say this is think about it like boxing weight classes, right? If outerversal is the heavyweights, not every heavyweight is the same. Some win, some lose. So then you look at their resumes and how they stack up against characters in that weight class, ultimately determine who would be superior in a fight. Now, that kind of encapsulates the outer versal. The levels to that, if you're transcending it multiple times, I'd say like low to mid. If you transcend that again multiple times, I'd say high outer. If you even transcend that at that point, I would say boundless. Now, people ask me if I use extraversal. I don't. I don't use that word. I use boundless. At that point, you have bullshit scaling. You're just ridiculous. So so when I say that, you're one of the strongest characters that could be featured on my channel. Typically, a character I would associate with high outer to boundless. Now, in terms of the speed side, I don't use as much speed metas anymore. Typically, I just go feat for feat to kind of demonstrate who I think would be faster. What I might use is MFTO, which is massively faster than light, thousands of times the speed of light. FTL is faster than light or faster than the speed of light. Um, where it gets tricky with some of these terms is like some universes, their physics works different. Like the speed of thought in Marvel is MFTO plus, arguably has higher speed metas, and that's what we're going to get to. The higher speed metas I will mention will be something like immeasurable speed. If your speed breaks the speed equation in which you can, with speed, go through time, go through the different timelines, all that, if you can move in zero time, inaccessible kind of melds into this. Immeasurable is a pretty good speed tier. Now, irrelevant speed is typically associated with outer versal characters. Your speed's not defined by the speed equation, it's beyond math. You can go beyond dimensions themselves where the speed equation can't be applied. That would be irrelevant speed. Those are my biggest speed feat or speed tiers that I typically use on the channel. So the AP, the speed, that together, that's kind of covered right here in my power scaling guide in terms of my terminology and what I will frequently use. Um, Besides that, it's pretty simple. My videos will be explaining feats and how they work. But when you hear those terms, whether it's hyperversal to outer versal, MFTL to immeasurable, you now understand what they mean, and you can reference this video if you don't remember what they mean when I use the words in every video. But anyways, guys, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. If there's other words I use that you don't quite understand, I'll answer them in the comment section. But yeah, anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Look forward to that Doomslayer video because it's going to be crazy. And yeah, anyways, it's been your host, Dr. Slash. And remember, it's Yancey Street, bitches.